Well, it happened on my birthday, December 2nd. My kids have a certain time that they have to report home from school. And nobody hadn't heard from Montanez. And I'm like, I asked my oldest son, I asked all of them, had they heard from me? And they was like, no. So around 6 o'clock, around 5, I was getting worried because he got out of school like at 3, and we still hadn't heard nothing from him at around 6. So finally, like 6:30, maybe 7, I got a phone call from a sergeant, and he introduced himself. My son was 17 at the time. He was a straight A student, never been in trouble. This was his last year. He had 1 credit before he was walking in 2 weeks, but he had 1 credit to go. But he was he was on the A and B honor roll the first, second, and third quarter. All 4 quarters, matter of fact, he was on the A honor roll. And I get this phone call from the officer saying that my son was in trouble. So he let me speak to Monty. I just told him I love him, and he told me Monty would be going to 2020. And my whole world, it was like my whole world just crushed. Everything was turning. And they wanted to try him as an adult, but they went on, since his birthday was very close, like 4 months later, they held him and charged him as an adult. And when they sentenced him, they gave him 10 years. And at the time he had a son that wasn't even born yet, which is now, he's 10, 11. He's going to turn 11. But it was just devastating. At the time, due to his father being on drugs, we were separated or whatever. And I was a single parent working 2 jobs, so that was real rough. My mother would watch him, but she was up in age. She would watch him for me while I was at work, and she was devastated by it also. She ended up, I guess, worried herself to death. Like some years later, she passed on. But it was very rough from us, me being a single parent, doing my best, working 2 jobs to take care of my children. They, didn't want for nothing. We never was on assistance. I always worked 2 jobs. I was off work for a minute, and then I was diagnosed like 2 years after that. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor that I have. And the closer it got to him coming home, I believe it was like a year and a half ago, he mentioned Patrick, and he had mentioned the program, and he was adamant about me speaking with you. He was like, you gotta call this. As soon as I'm free, I'm gonna get in touch with Patrick, because he had a very positive attitude about when I was thinking negative. He refreshing it he mentioned the program. He was like, I got things already lined up. He was like, and when I get out, he was like, they have been through what I've been through. They understand my struggle, and I'm gonna hook up with them to try to get him, to try to find a job. In the meantime, he ended up filling out different applications. He filled out one app. Well, he called this person up, or this company up, and asked, do they accept felons? And they said yes, they accept felons. So once he filled out the application, went through the process, sending it in to him, being very honest, about what he was charged with. He waited 2 days. He called the guy back. The guy said, oh no, we're not accepting no felons. So he was very, very frustrated He was like, it's okay, because he don't want me to worry. So he was like, it's okay, Mom. Like, I'm gonna just keep trying. And I just told him never to give up. I was like, it's gonna be a long haul, but for him not to give up. And he said, he come too far. He has his son to raise, so he was like, I'm not gonna do nothing stupid. I'm gonna just keep trying. Something gonna give. I pray constantly, but I just had a conversation with God, like, Lord, he's been away from me like 10 years. Please give him the courage and the strength to carry on. So, well, I thank God. Well, instant after he called me, I called you. And I'm just so grateful because ASAP you responded. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to when I call people 2 or 3, but ASAP you responded, and I was very upset. And I just thank God for this place that you're working so hard to open up to give young men and women second chances, because if it wasn't for a place like this to give them the second chance, that's how the cycle recycles of them getting out, feel they can't find no job, when they look, then they have no other choice but to go rob, steal, sell drugs, or whatever it takes for them to make a living. Like, and all he was adamant about, his son's birthday is in April. No, his is in April, the end of this month, right? Yeah, March 28th. And this is first birthday party. This is, to my son, this is like his very first birthday party, like, in 10, because like I said, he was born right before he got locked up. So he's been out of his life for 10 years. So you want to have a big birthday party for him and for his son, to him it'll be like he was 1 year old, But thank God, like I said, for you guys, because y'all giving him hope, and you're positive to talking to him, and it's better from a person that's been there and did that, to hear from you, or to get that, don't give up, it's okay, I got your back. Knowing if you just got one person out of 10 that got your back, that'll give you that strength, like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I can do it, and I will do it. Meeting you was a gift from God. You know what I'm saying? Our steps is ordered by God. So by him meeting you in this prison, you walk the walk. You're not from the suburbs outside looking in. You was in here with you. Hey, you walk that walk with him. You and your wife, Sarah. So, just having somebody that has his back, or he know that he got somebody other than myself that have his back, and go walk every mile with him and be positive, give him positive thoughts, encourage him, do not give up. We gonna get through this together. I whatever I can do to come and help, because this is a beautiful place, and it just gave me hope. Not only my son, gave me hope